see a few new faces for the benefit of them. I'm going to give a very brief history of Goa Sudharop. So 20 years ago, Philomena and I started Goa Sudharop with the intent of helping develop Goa and Goans, and specifically ethnic Goans. Now, sometimes that's controversial because people say, there are other non-Goans, and we have nothing against them. We welcome, all humanity. But Goa Sudharop's mission is specifically to help one group. And over the years, we actually started our first major project was to deliver about 500 computers to Goan children in schools in Goa. And at that time, the newly elected Chief Minister, the late Chief Minister, Parika, saw what we did, and he adopted that idea from there. And since then, he has given free computers to schools and children. So I give the devil his due, but at the same time, I'm happy. This is what we want to do: raise awareness, ideas, let people know what opportunities exist. Over the years, we have done so many projects. I couldn't even begin to list them all, but mainly working with very eminent, illustrious activists like Dr. Advocate Albertina Almeida. She did a gender sensitization program for us a couple of years ago. Sudharop D'Souza has been very supportive. I think I saw Pravin step in. Pravin is here? There. Thank you. And I could go on and on. I mean, we've had a former board member, Ariosto, give us a surprise visit while he's now in California. And Iponio has been the backbone, our executive director, for the last 15 odd years. We're very thrilled that young people like Chloe, still in college, working on a graduate degree, volunteers. We're completely a volunteer organization. No one gets paid. Maybe that's not a good idea, because sometimes it's when people are paid, they're motivated to get the job done. But somehow it seems to have worked for the last 20 years. We've done projects and supported people working in Goa. Our most current, recent project is working with fashion designer Verma DeMello. I think she'll be here later. Verma is a gem of a human being, and very pro-Goan, very compassionate towards the poor. So she decided, as a fashion designer, she's very successful. She doesn't really need to do much, but she decided she's going to reach out to poor women in villages. And in South Goa, she's adopted a few villages where she goes in there. They still don't have electricity, running water, access to regular education. This is almost 2020 in Goa. And we've donated the sewing machines, and she's training the women on developing skills so that they become self-sufficient. Ultimately, if you want independence and equality and gender equality, people have to be economically self-sufficient. She's doing that, but also helping in the village with toilets. I mean, these villages don't have toilets. Like I said, we're almost 2020, and to think that under very dangerous circumstances, women have to go out in the fields and not have adequate toilets. We have lots of beach houses and illegal buildings and casinos and everything else on one scale, and we forgot a big section of society. My personal and Goa Sudharop's goal is to remember those people. With your help, with your partnership, I'm hoping we can address some of these issues. The panelists are phenomenal. After that, in the open discussion forum headed by Dr. Francisco Colasso, we'll talk about solutions. There's no point just saying that these are the problems without offering solutions. Joanne Pereira will talk about Act for Goa, which is an app they have developed, which is, keep our fingers crossed, go a long way to solving some of these issues. But I won't steal her thunder to describe it. She'll come up here and speak to it. Did I see Rajan Parikar, or did he leave?
Yeah.
He did. So I wanted to also, I think he had to leave early, he told me. I don't want to, because I know many of you, because if I address some and forget others, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I do want to personally thank each of you for taking the time December 30th, almost New Year's Eve, in the festive and holiday season, to join us here today. And we're looking forward to a nice program. Thank you.